I was reading about life of Jacob today, and I've noticed something interesting, and I want to share it with you. When Jacob took his brother's blessing, God still blessed him through his father Isaac. And after Jacob got his blessing, his life started taking a very harsh turn. First, he had to leave home because he had to save his own life. His older brother was so furious with him, he wanted to kill him. He ran for his life. I mean, that was well deserved, wasn't it? Like, his brother was angry with him for a reason. So he ran, and when he fell asleep, God came to him and confirmed it. So just so Jacob knows that God did give him his blessing. After that, Jacob's path wasn't smooth. He was betrayed, lied to. He had to work hard, hard, just to marry a girl he loved. Then he had to be with a woman he didn't love for 7 years before he could marry Rachel. And then for many, many years, Rachel couldn't have children. The woman that he loved couldn't give him an heir. She watched her sister giving him 7 sons. Rachel watched 2 maids giving him children as well. That must have been so hard. That's living in the blessing of God. It took so long for her to have her first child, and she finally had him. It was Joseph. And then when he wanted to leave that place, he had issues with Laban, who didn't want him to go. And then he made him to work for 6 years more. So just to be able to leave with something, with sheep and goat. He worked for Laban for 20 years. And when it was time to leave, to go to his promised land, he couldn't leave because Laban wouldn't let him go. Laban saw how wealthy Jacob made him, and Jacob became quite wealthy as well during all this time. It was time for Jacob to leave Laban and go start living his life in the land that God had prepared for Jacob and his heirs. So he had to secretly run. How horrible it must have been to secretly run. Where is the blessing? Why Jacob was faithful to God even though he went through so much? Jacob kept going because he knew God's promise to him. Even though Jacob had been through so much in his life, he was still blessed by God, and God was with him. Sometimes Christians get this whole thing wrong. They do not understand God. They think of God as a God, their provider. They don't see bigger picture, and they think if they will serve God, if God will use them, if they'll be God's vessel, his tool, then their life will be perfect. If I'll be a good Christian, if I'll serve God, I'll be sweet. I'll have everything. I'll be rich and I'll be blessed and my health will be everything will be good. But it's not true. And sometimes people of this world tempt us to think different about our God as well, or think that God have left us when they say, where is your God? Your life is so difficult. Look at my life. I don't serve any God and I have everything I need and nothing happens to me. And sometimes Christians will come to you seeing all your troubles. They will tell you, you sinned. God is punishing you. That's why you're going through all these things. And you know you're serving God with all your might. When a person serves God, living in purity, and starts going through hard times, don't be quick to judge or condemn or rush to tell that person that you must have done something wrong and that's why you're going through what you're going through. How about we do the opposite? How about we encourage them to pray? How about we pray for them? How about we ask what they need? How can I help? Being blessed by God doesn't mean you're not going to have any troubles in life. In fact, we see so many examples in the Bible. Abraham, Joseph, Moses, Jacob, so many examples in the Bible where they were so faithful to God, but they went through horrible things in life. If you're blessed by God, you will have troubles in life. But it means that God will be with you every step of the way. He will be in your sorrow. He will go with you through your tests. But the thing about our God is that He will give you comfort. He will give you strength. You just have to trust Him and keep going.